What's up, you guys? It's Two Gays Take On. Today we're doing Guilty Pleasures. I'm Dev, and I'm probably so high that I will not remember any of this podcast.
I'm Jake, and I'm that cracked egg at the bottom of a carton that you find at the supermarket.
Shit. That was a good one.
Thank you.
I love that.
Aesthetic.
That really is aesthetic, though. That literally is me.
If I had a Tumblr blog, it would just be like messy supermarket photos.
Oh, shit. So we're here to talk about our favorite guilty pleasures. Not, I guess, could be anything from terrible movies to music, pop icons.
I feel like I have a lot.
A lot of guilty pleasures.
Yeah, but I'm also blatantly open about them because I know they're terrible.
Well, we religiousze our queen and Lord Savior, Carly Rae Jepsen.
Oh, like a phoenix from the ashes every time from her own career.
Yeah, her career will end and she'll just revive it herself.
Yeah, that bird in Harry Potter. Carly Rae.
I love her. What's the best Carly Rae song, do you think? Like the worst best one. Like something that's not even a good one.
Baby, take me to the feeling. I'll be your sinner in secret.
Did you see the video of her doing it on Carnival Cruise Line?
No.
FYI, everyone, in case you weren't aware, Carly Rae Jepsen signed a 4-year Carnival Cruise Line contract, and it actually just ended this year. But there was a video of her doing that song, and she brought on that guy from Pride Month who had all the wigs and was like, "Take me."
Oh my God! Shut up! He was there.
Yeah,
icon.
She danced with him on stage, and it was so cool.
Icon. I love that fucking video. I watched it so many times.
I love it. All the wigs, like so much creativity. So good.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like it's only the gays though who like Carly Rae.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that wig video, and I was gonna be like, no. I sat down at the lunch table at work, and I made like all my old lady coworkers watch it, and they were living. Yeah, they were like peeing their pants at the lunch table. My boss was sitting there, and she was just like staring at me, like, okay. I thought of this when you brought it up. Mine is like really bad, like tropey shows.
Tropey shows?
Yeah, where they like follow a set pattern, but you love it anyways.
Like a cliche show.
Yeah, like Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
I will sit down and watch I sat down and watched, oh my God, what was it? It was Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V. And like his deck was based off of carnival animals. His like main thing for a while was like these dancing burlesque hippo girls.
That sounds truly unique.
Oh, it was a treasure. I watched like 150 episodes in like 3 weeks.
But you know, it's just like every other card dueling show that there ever is.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly like the same thing.
That's how I am with teen dramas though. Like, oh my God, I love them. But I know, like, of course they're gonna break up. Some shit's gonna go down. Their parents are gonna get a divorce. Like, it's nothing new, but
for sure.
For it.
Secret Life of an American Teenager. Did you ever watch that?
You like that?
Oh, I loved it.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, my sister got all the seasons on the box set for like Christmas one year, and we sat down and smoked together and watched like 4 seasons of it in like 2 days.
Spoiler alert. I only watched the first season, and I thought it was so bad because the actors, like Shailene Woodley, served me meat and potatoes that were stomped on by her disgusting pregnant feet. Like,
what?
It was the worst show. Secret Life of an American Teenager.
It was... Okay.
It was so bad. But I really loved the characters. Like, how did it end?
Oh, for sure. Like, her, like, bad boyfriend Ricky. That got her pregnant. Smash.
Did they end up together, though?
I think they did in the end. There was, like, a couple of seasons where she was going to get with Ben. And then she was like, I can't do it. I don't love you. Also, I think the mom became a lesbian.
Oh, Molly Ringwald, queen.
Legend. I've been wanting to rewatch The Breakfast Club.
Like, since the 80s?
I think she's made, like, weird appearances. She was in Not Another Teenage Movie.
Really?
Yeah. Like, she, like, makes fun of them at the end for, like, doing the, like, run to the airport thing.
I don't remember that.
I love that movie.
That's a good one.
Plus, you get to see Chris Evans with the whipped cream and the cherry on his ass.
Oh, yeah, and the banana up his
Yeah,
ass.
and you're like, oh, don't
Yeah.
taunt me like that.
That was a good one.
Oh, Chris Evans, though, like Captain America, where he reaches for the helicopter.
Never seen it.
Oh my God, what?
I've never seen most Marvel movies.
His arms are so big, it literally looks like if he flicked me, I would break every bone in my body. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm your jelly limp bitch. Fuck me, daddy.
I do love me some Chris Evans. I'm a fan of chubby Chris Pratt, though.
Oh, same, but I wouldn't call it a guilty pleasure.
No. Guilty pleasure, though, I don't know if you enjoy this. We might have discussed it, but I fucking live for Hannah Montana music.
Oh my God.
Like, every album.
I actually watched the Hannah Montana movie with my sister.
And it's so good!
I cried. Yeah,
when she takes off the wig and the little girl's like, please be Miley. And you're like, stop.
And then, like, I got up and walked away from the movie and I was like, who the fuck is going to believe that this entire town, nobody's going to be like, I could make a quick buck off of this? Like,
oh, for sure.
It's like 400 people at the concert and they're like, we promise not to tell your Hannah Montana.
I know. Like, best case scenario is she milks it for a year, and then a year later, some kid's like, fuck that bitch, and sells it to a tabloid and is like, she's actually Miley.
Oh, speaking of the golden age of Disney, definitely guilty pleasure, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and Wizards of Waverly Place. With Selena Gomez.
Selena.
Yeah, I'm just a normal girl like you, Selena.
That was a really good show. I wasn't into Zack and Cody, though.
Really?
No.
I just loved it for Ashley Tisdale and that Asian
London
girl.
Tipton.
London Tipton. I can't remember, but she was in like a Disney Channel original movie.
Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior.
Wendy Wu. Yes.
I am Disney Databank.
What
every Disney Channel
what a
movie.
badass bitch. High School Musical.
I know there's plenty. You know, I'm not really a fan. I listen to the music ironically, but like it's only
only ironically.
Yeah, it's only to torture my coworkers because I know they all hate it.
I felt like I hated that movie forever because my sister was obsessed with it. Because we had these DVD players that my mom got for Christmas, and it was like you could put 3 DVDs at once and switch between them. Legally Blonde was literally in mine until it like broke. But she got the High School Musical DVD, and she would fall asleep to it every night for like 2 months. And then it would go to the DVD menu. Do you remember when they had the DVD menus and they would be like one clip and it would just like play it over and over and over? It was that, and I would wake up and I would hear it all the way downstairs. And I would have to go up to her room at like 3 o'clock in the morning and turn the goddamn DVD off because all I could hear was like, we're all in this together. Like over and over and over.
Torture.
Yeah.
Absolute torture.
That's an actual form of FBI torture. Like they found Osama bin Laden and all they did was make him sit and listen to High School Musical DVD menu over and over.
Oh. Poor Saddam. Do you have any guilty pleasure games, like video games that are so bad that like you know they got roasted in their reviews, but you're just like, oh my god, I love this game, it's so good.
Yes, I do. I will always remember this because me and a coworker from Toys R Us had an obsession with bad games, and they had a sale at the store, so we used like the sale along with our discount to get like 8 games for like $10. And they were like bottom barrel, like have been in the discount bin for like months. And one of them was called Grease.
What?
And it was just like Elite Beat Agents. It was literally a copy paste of Elite Beat Agents, which is a rhythm game, but only with songs from the musical Grease.
Oh.
And it had like this bad like John Travolta, like Danny Zuko like character who would dance. Yeah, who would dance while you played the game and shit.
I love Grease though. That's a classic.
Oh, Olivia Newton-John, icon.
She's
in that movie. I wanted to be her in that fucking, like, that school outfit. Did you want a jacket? Did you want a pink lady's jacket?
No, I wanted to be Sandy at the end when she was smoking cigarettes with Danny Zuko.
Same! Aesthetic, though. She walks out and she's like, I'm a sex icon, bitch.
I think it's funny that, like, as a kid, I, like, knew the type of person I was gonna be. I was like, I'm gonna be that bitch in the leather jacket with the fucking fake ass
You
look.
know, I got weird, too. Like, she took those fucking stiletto boots.
Oh, for sure.
She was like, I'm gonna step on your dick. And he's like, okay.
He was into it.
Did you ever watch Grease 2?
Oh, yeah, but we don't talk about that.
No.
That's not a guilty
it's
pleasure.
It's terrible.
We're just gonna move on.
It's like... It's like when they made Mean Girls 2. You can't piggyback off
Yeah, we don't talk about
this
that one
absolute, like, masterpiece by the legendary Tina Fey.
Did you hear, though, that recently Lindsay Lohan literally reached out to the director of Mean Girls and said, I'm ready to make Mean Girls 2.
Shut up! Shut up!
No!
Oh my god!
And he replied, he was like, Mean Girls 2 already happened.
Oh my god! Like, he roasted her.
Yeah, like, she's just been so far gone. She's in her own world.
Not to mention, what is she, like, 30-something now?
Yeah. What was the last question I asked you? Games.
Oh, guilty pleasure games.
Grease.
Chocolatier, which you play, like, this cute Hello Kitty looking character, and you own a chocolate shop at a mall, and you have to become the best-selling shop in the mall. And
That
everybody's
sounds
like a cute little animal. It was basically a Flash game, though.
I don't care. That sounds cute.
It was super cute.
I'm a huge fan of Diner Dash. Like, oh my god, I beat that game.
I feel like you're not the only one, though. Didn't they make, like, 3 of them? And they keep porting it to, like, everything?
And it's so good. I'll buy it every time. I love that bitch Flo.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Like the Geico lady?
Just like the Geico lady.
Did you know she was a comedian?
Well, I would assume so, because I feel like going to be the Geico spokesman is not your go-to job.
Yeah, it's like something you end up doing.
Her guilty pleasure was struggling for money, and then she took this and was like, I secretly hate it!
Bitch. Her stand-up was not super great, though. Like, I felt really bad watching it, because I was like, oh, honey, you are trying, and I love you.
My guilty pleasure stand-up comedian is Aziz Ansari. He's so annoying, but oh my god, I think he's so funny.
He is really funny, though. He was, like, my favorite person in Parks and Rec. Like, when they go to his house and he has DJ Roomba.
Oh, man.
And he's like, love fades, things are forever. I was like, I feel that.
That was such a good show.
Amy Poehler nailed that. I love her.
Ooh. Guilty pleasure hot guy. Mine is that one guy who has the underbite, and he's in a lot of, like, Will Ferrell movies, like this one.
I don't know who that is.
And he's bald. Oh, he's
not
very cute.
I can't think of who it is.
I want to say it's John C. Reilly, but I definitely know who that is. And it's not him.
Isn't he really like a super old guy?
Yeah, he's kind of old. He was in The Comebacks. He was in,
Have you ever watched Once Upon a Time?
Yeah.
That's my Rumpelstiltskin.
Ooh.
The guy who plays Rumpelstiltskin.
Really?
I find him weirdly, like, so classy, charming, sexy, especially in that show, because he plays, like, very much like a sinister gentleman. And there's just something about that. I just watched it and I was like, I don't know what I'm feeling, but I'm feeling it for you. Like,
I was not into him. I thought he was so creepy.
That's part of what was hot.
I like my creepy men to be like, not
like Kevin
that.
Spacey.
Yeah, I love him. I wish he would unblock me from Twitter, though. I have a lot of things I still have to say to him.
Guilty pleasure. What's your next tweet to Kevin Spacey?
Ooh. I'm being put on the spot because I haven't planned one because he blocked me. If he unblocked me, I would probably tweet him and be like, so you unblocked me, are you ready for this bussy? Send him a picture of me with a dildo.
Like just a little gif of like the dildo and you're like smacking yourself in the face.
Or
with
that
it.
gif of the cat that is having all the dildos thrown at it and jumping in the air. But literally, I wish. Like, that dad bod, though.
I just don't get it.
Ooh, guilty pleasure. When I was really young, I got into Final Fantasy because my brother had it. And I played Final Fantasy X, and I thought Titus was so fucking hot. Like,
oh, he was bae for me forever.
A sexual awakening.
Sexual awakening.
But now that I'm older, I'm playing
You wanted him to play with your blitz balls?
Yeah. But now that I'm older, I'm playing it, and I'm super into the guy with the scar on his eye, Aaron.
Auron, yeah.
Yes. Like, oh my god, he came out and slayed those
He's
demons.
a daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, oh, first time you played it, did you want to be Yuna?
No.
Oh my god, I wanted to be her. I wanted to fucking get a stick, go out and stand in a lake and do the fucking dance. Like,
oh no.
I was such a weeb too. Like when I was young, my friend, she was half Japanese, and I would go over to her house all the time, and she was kind of a weeb too, which is ironic because she was half Japanese. Like her mom was from Japan. And she learned the summoning dance from
you guys
Final Fantasy. I would like watch her do it and I'd be like, that's crazy.
I love that. That's so cute. My friends and I never did anything like that.
Really?
No, we
like played Inuyasha once at our house. Like we grabbed sticks and like we're running it around.
That sounds fun. Like we were troublesome children. Like my brother and I threw baseballs through garage windows to like for fun.
That's so tragic.
Yeah, we were really bad kids.
Oh my god, why?
I don't know. I think it's because my mom wasn't really around, but like.
Oh my god, that same friend, her grandparents came from Japan once and I got to go over there and meet them. And we were like eating and I used chopsticks because they cooked like a bunch of like Japanese food. And they gave me chopsticks to use. And like the grandparents said I used chopsticks really good, basically, for a white guy. And I felt so validated. Like that was like one of my crowd. I was like, I'm so proud of myself in this moment.
I just learned to use chopsticks this year.
How is that possible?
Because I came from a white ass family. My parents are rednecks. They drink in front of a bonfire every night and order pizza. Like, there's no opportunity for me to really learn to use chopsticks until now.
Chinese food, definitely guilty pleasure.
Oh, I think everyone loves it. Except for Chinese people. They're like, we only come here to sell this shit, not eat it. Like, because it's not real. It's all fake.
I read an article about how that started. And, like, Chinese restaurants saw such a boom because it was, like, a way to get immigrants into the country when it was, like, really strict on, like,
policies.
People coming from Asia, you know? So they had to get a job, so they started all these, like, Chinese restaurants to get people in.
I mean, I guess that makes sense because there's so many Chinese restaurants. Like, I feel like even small towns have a Chinese restaurant.
The best. The best. As I am a white woman in America, white chicks, that's guilty pleasure. I've seen that movie so many times. It is unhealthy.
Me too. Every time David gets sad, we watch it. Every time.
Everything about it is just perfect. When they get out of that fucking plane and it's like, Miss Wilson, you must be worth $1 million. I live for that moment. And they like slap the bag and she's like, take care of Pookie. I'm like, Yes, queen.
One of the best movies. Literally.
I don't think those girls went on to do literally anything after that either.
That's okay.
Also, I love the deleted scenes in that, like the one where they have to like pretend how to give blowjobs, and he's like fucking smacking himself in the face with that dildo and shit.
Just grab it,
and then he's like, "Come here, who's a cute little?"
That movie has me fucking quaking. Like that was a pretty ballsy move for the early 2000s to be like, we're gonna make 2 black men dress as 2 white women. And shake dildos in their faces and teach other girls how to suck a dick. Like, whoa.
I still call my sister all the time and I'm like, what a beautiful chocolate man. Oh, ha, ha, ha. And then when that lady's in the dressing room, the lady from Dexter, and she's like having the meltdown, and she's like, "Who could that be? It's Tina the Talking Tommy."
That absolutely killed me.
I love it.
Such a good movie.
Super underrated.
Did you ever watch The Hot Chick?
Oh, love that movie. But what is that guy's name?
Rob Schneider. He's gross.
He was on SNL, wasn't he?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he was.
I just know him as a gigolo.
He was always, he was a Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo. Definite guilty pleasure. I've seen that movie so many times. Like, there was a point where we like had the DVD and I watched it every fucking night for like a month. I cannot explain what my weird obsession with that movie was. I just thought it was so like when that guy in the background, you can just hear him and he's like, "That's a huge bitch." I pissed myself. And then the lady from Mad TV's in there and she has Tourette's and she's like, anus liquor. I fucking rolled on the floor.
That's a true guilty pleasure because, like, I don't think Rob Schneider has done any quality movies besides The Hot Chick. Like, and saying that The Hot Chick is a quality movie
is like, really stretching it.
Yeah.
That movie was funny, though. Who's in that? There's like
Anna Faris, Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, Rachel McAdams. Because I always think of that, and I'm like, my God, you have come a long way. Because you are a pretty classy lady now.
Yeah,
and there was a couple rough movies.
Now she's doing John Sparks movies.
Is she really?
Or Nicholas Sparks.
John Sparks?
I don't know.
It's his less successful cousin. He like writes romance.
I don't mean to offend any Nicholas Sparks readers out there, but fuck him. His books are boring. If I wanted to watch two white people fall in love, I could literally just go to a bookstore and fucking sit there and watch people talk about whatever.
Like at a cafe.
Yeah.
Oh, I love... There's a guilty pleasure.
People watching?
People watching. I eavesdrop. I am the snoopiest person you will ever meet. I would definitely be that neighbor who peeks through the blinds with the binoculars. And like, I'm like, Jerry, I think they're doing cocaine.
I'm dead.
Like, I would sit on the bus when I was in college and I would put headphones in. And then you turn your music off so people think you can't hear them, and then just listen to them on the bus and stuff.
I used to do that.
I love it.
They just talked about me though.
Rude.
I know. I sat alone on the bus every day, or because it was high school and elementary school, I would sit next to like a third grader so they would leave me alone.
Oh, see, but like growing up, like non-college, pre-college bus is a totally different environment
than a college bus.
Yeah, it's like a jungle, like the plains of Africa. It is every man for himself on that. Like, it's like that scene in Mean Girls where they're all by the water fountain and they're like making animal noises.
Yeah,
it is.
I could see that.
I remember there was this girl who was a high schooler, and like our bus was like, you know, grade schoolers in the front and then middle schoolers and then high schoolers. And this bitch was seriously just so rude to me and my friend all the time. And finally we got into high school. We were freshmen and we sat in the back of the bus and she tried to kick us out. It was the first time in my life I ever stood up for myself. And she's like, "You need to move." And we were like, "Why?" She's like, "'Cause I want to sit here and I'm not going to sit up front with all the little kids." And I was like, I stopped and I looked her dead in the eyes and I was like, "You're a bitch." And that was it.
What did she say?
She like turned bright red and just like walked away. Like it was a scene from like a growing up, like a coming of age movie.
I know though, I feel like all children are just dicks. Like every single person probably looks back and is like, "Holy fuck, why was I like that? That's not even who I am."
Oh, for sure. My favorite part of the bus though was there was this kid on my street and his name was Bobby. He was that high school stoner kid. I remember I ran into him when he was graduating and I was like, "Oh my God, like, yeah, have fun, y'all, sign your yearbook." And I was just thinking, like, he was the biggest fucking pothead ever. Like, he always had huge bags under his eyes and he had like hair down to his nipples and wore like rock band t-shirts and stuff with black
Gross.
pants. And he graduated with a 4.0.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think about him sometimes. I'm like, I wonder what he's doing.
Probably running a marijuana
He
business.
probably works at Google or some shit.
Yeah.
He just gets super high and goes to Google.
I laughed because I thought of a guilty pleasure of mine is actually something that you told me.
Oh.
I need you to describe to them that really bad haircut that you had where it was shaved with the bangs.
The bangs?
Yes, the bangs.
Oh my god, I don't even know how to describe that. That was such a dark time in my life. I had that for like a year or two. So, okay, for people listening, I went through a phase. I still go through this where I like will cut my hair a different way every year. Like I hate having the same haircut twice in a row.
Yeah.
I've kind of cooled down now that I'm an adult. But when I was in middle school, I wanted to get a haircut that looked like an anime character. So I brought it, and my mom was like secretly trying to support me, but you could tell she was like, this little fucking weirdo needs to not do this. He's gonna get made fun of so hard. So they shaved my head, kept my bangs, like bowl cut bangs in the front, and then I dyed them bright blonde.
No, I literally live for this every single time.
I did. Oh my god! I can't believe nobody ever told me anything. I was in a one-act play competition in high school, and I had that haircut, and we like went to competition, and nobody ever said anything. Nobody was like.
They probably thought you were disabled.
They probably. Dude, that's so sad. You're probably right. Like, they probably thought I had autism or something because I was a really weird kid.
Everyone has weird haircuts.
I mean, no shade. No, like, I'm not saying that autistic people are weird. Like, I know people on the autism spectrum and, like, they perform well. But yeah, they probably thought I had something wrong with me.
It's possible because you're pretty smart. Like, if I saw a kid with a shaved head and bleached bangs, like, just in the front, like a bowl cut, and he was, like, competing at a competition, I'd be like, maybe I'll talk to him next time.
Guilty pleasure for sure is the bad haircuts. My friend cut my hair once. Like, my friend from high school, she was, like, my best friend for, like, 2 years in high school. And she said she could cut my hair. And then she kind of tried to bail, and I'm like, no, it's fine. And she cut my hair, and it was so bad. And I had always dyed my hair blonder. Like, I had dyed my hair a bunch of times, but it was always blonder because my hair is, like, kind of blonde. Dark. Yeah. And I wanted to try going darker, so I was going to do, like, browner. And she dyed my hair, and because brown is, like, a green-based dye, my, like, whole head turned, like, swamp green.
Oh. I kind of love that, though.
And I went home, and my mom was so mad at me. And, like, I fought with her. We got into, like, a screaming argument because I didn't want to change it because I didn't want to make my friend feel bad that she did it so bad. So I went to school for probably, like, 4 or 5 days like that before my mom literally, I came home, and she was like, get in the fucking car. And I was like, what? Yeah. And she's like, she drove me home and she fixed my hair and redyed it and stuff. She's like, I couldn't fucking let you go to school like that anymore.
That's so nice. I love a good bad haircut too. I'm not afraid to let my friends cut my hair. I'm not afraid to go get a bad haircut. When I'm sitting in a chair at a salon and they're like, how's it look? I literally do not care.
I cut my own hair once in college and dyed it pink with Kool-Aid.
Like, I've cut my own hair. It's fun. Have a breakdown once
I have no idea how it, like, turned out even mildly okay. And it did actually turn out, like, pretty okay. Because we use, like, those Fiskars kid scissors.
Oh,
like, the safety scissors. And, like,
those are good for pubes
over
only.
The sink in my, like, in my tiny ass dorm room.
You lived in the dorms?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Guilty pleasure.
I like communal showers.
I've always wanted to live in a dorm just to, like, make friends, but, like, I feel like it wouldn't be what I expect it to be.
It's wild. I also didn't understand because at my college they had 2 freshman dorms, and it was only guys because it was a private school. Like, the guys lived on one campus and the girls lived on another campus. And so it was all men, and there was 2 freshman dorms. One was supposed to be for, like, the nerdy dweeby kids, they said. Everybody, like, said that was kind of how they placed them. And then the one that I ended up in was, like, the jock football, like, bro dorm.
That's where
I
I
did
belong.
not survive, but also there was, like, so much fucking eye candy. Like, so many half-naked men in nothing but towels walking around all the place. I was in college heaven. I was like, this is why I picked this all-boys school.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Oh,
I would kind of feel tortured though.
I mean, I had hookups while I was there.
Guilty pleasure. I love being spit on.
Spit on?
Or like, yes, or like spitting on someone. I'm usually a top, so I love spitting on someone.
If somebody spit on me, I'd literally be like, you can get out of my house.
Oh my god, right in the face.
No, literally gross. I cannot deal with saliva. I don't, like, if
Have
there's
you ever
saliva,
swallowed someone's spit?
no.
What if
The
someone...
closest I've ever gotten is I, like, shotgunned. Like,
well, what if
with an
someone, like,
X.
a really hot daddy...
And when I say shotgun, I mean, like, cigarette and smoke. Like, you breathe it into each other's mouths.
Yeah.
What if somebody what?
What if, like, a really hot daddy, like, came over and was, like, choking you and wanted to spit on you or, like, spit in your mouth?
If he spit in my mouth, I would literally throw up on him, and I would be like, you need to leave immediately. Stop! That's so fucking gross.
I just spit everyone. I just wanted to see his reaction.
Like, literally, I don't do bodily fluids in any manner. Like, you know, like in straight porn especially, or in gay porn where, like, you'll money shot in the mouth and then they, like, spit it out. I actually gag. Like, I cannot watch that part. I go, like...
Yeah, I could skip that part. But...
I can't. Like, it looks like fucking nasty-ass Jell-O. I'm gonna throw up just talking about it.
Okay. My last guilty pleasure that I'm gonna say is... This is something really fucking weird. But... It was in high school, and it was probably the funniest fucking thing I've ever done. I was staying at my friend Sam. She was a freshman, and I was a senior. She's in prison now for 27 years, so hey, girl.
Holla.
She also
I hope you can listen to podcasts in prison.
Yes, she also had a baby, but...
In prison?
Yeah, I still don't know the tea
Like
on
conjugal visit? Do they still do those? Is that a thing?
No, she was pregnant when she went to prison, and then they were like... Bitch, you about to have a baby in 2 weeks. And she's like, oh my fucking god.
Oh my god. That's heartbreaking. That I'm gonna cry.
Don't cry.
Okay.
I don't know the whole tea. I think she gave it up. But anyways, so I went to her house. She was a freshman. I was a senior. And her mom, like, went to bed. So she put on, like, the HBO late night special.
Like Skinamax?
Yeah. And... we decided to watch a whole porn, and it was like a group of us, like a whole group of children.
What? How old were you?
They were all like freshmen or sophomores, and I was like the oldest one, and I was senior.
Oh my god.
And it was this plot, and we were laughing so fucking hard because of how absurd it was. But it was about these alien women who came to Earth to destroy the FBI. And to do that, like, they avoided getting caught by changing bodies by fucking a guy. So every time they had sex, they would change, like, what they looked like.
What?
Yes! And at the end,
you watched porn with other people
the whole
in the
thing,
room?
too, because it was so funny. And at the end, they all, like, walk out of the government building, and it blows up, and there's, like, 7 topless girls walking past this explosion. And we're all like, is this, like... what real life porn is like, oh my god.
Is this like how all of it is?
Yes.
I am shook. I also, I guess I said I was the weird kid. I didn't have super, like, a large group of friends. I don't know.
I'm not super into the voyeur. I'm all about, like, the S&M or, like, dominance, like, that thing. Voyeurism kind of scares me because I'm scared to get caught. I've never been in trouble.
I've never been in trouble. I approve of that, though, because the repercussions of that stuff is very significant. You know, like, you can go on a sex offender list.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I enjoy getting my rocks off as much as the next guy, but I'm not willing to go to prison for it. Like,
No.
I can't. I mean, kudos to those brave people who on Pornhub like post that video and it's like jerking off in my bathroom at work, because sometimes I'm like, oh fuck, this is exciting. I'm into it. But I could never do it.
No. I feel like the idea of jerking off at work scares me. Like, I would never. I feel like I get too scared.
I'm scared. Yeah, especially because your livelihood is based on that. I feel like
Yeah.
not everybody thinks about the repercussions of what could actually happen. But I don't know. If you're a person who jerks off in the work bathroom in public, let us know. What's your thought process?
Yeah, what the fuck are you thinking? Do you want to wrap up on a last guilty pleasure of yours?
I feel like I've said a lot.
What's your favorite guilty pleasure movie?
Guilty pleasure movie?
Besides Flowers in the Attic.
Oh my god, I love that movie so much. I can't think of, because Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li.
The live action?
Yes.
So good!
So
Lit.
Quality B movie, like clearly under budget.
Oh,
the
for sure.
storyline is a mess.
And you know they found that actress last minute, and they were like, we don't even need a script,
they just
improv.
threw that baby together so fast. When she draws the yin yang in the sand at the end to do her like mini Hadoken, I died. I literally could not breathe. I was laughing so hard.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh, I don't know. Probably same though, but like also Dead or Alive, the live action movie.
I've never seen that one.
Ooh, you know, I'm gay, but it's all about like hot girls fighting in like the rain and stuff. And I just fucking live for it because like they're so sassy and like just want to beat each other.
They're ready.
Yeah. And it's so awful and clearly under budget, but like I live for it.
I love stuff like that.
And it has Tina Presley in it.
Who's that?
She's from My Name is Earl, like the blonde girl.
I didn't watch My Name is Earl. Whoever that guy is in there, I can't handle.
I can't
handle him. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad actor. Just like there was something about him that like I could not deal with.
I could see that. Well, thanks for listening, you guys. That was a pretty good one.
We didn't say like as many times.
Or did we?
Or did we?
We won't know till we listen.
Yeah.
What are your guys' guilty pleasures? Feel free to comment down below. And if you jerk off in your work bathroom,
please let us know what your thought process is.
Yeah, for real.
You know what?
Why are you thinking?
I would open it up to, like, if you have a weirdly specific kink, I want to know about it. I live for that, and I want to know like what it is about it. Like, if you can explain to me what about it turns you on.
We should just do a whole separate podcast.
Okay, that's fair.
Because that's like everything. You could literally get off on a balloon. Like, people is crazy nowadays.
I live for
Ever
it.
since the internet came out.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.